All right, I just wanted to show a quick overview of this Smart Learning Suite online. I think it's something that could be utilized for guided instruction in math specifically, maybe some cases in social studies science as well. So what I have here, you got a split screen. This one here is my account for Smart Learning Suite online. And then over here, it's also going to show what the students will see once I get it set up. So this year, it's just web-based. It ties into Notebook, which every teacher in the district has a license for. And it is pretty simple to just add activities. So what I did here is I just added a PDF, and that's what I'm going to work off of this. And you can do the same with PowerPoints, notebook pages, anything you really want in terms of files, you can go ahead and add those in. So I'm going to go here, and I'm actually going to go and select Start. Now what's going to happen, this lesson has started, but the kids have not yet signed in or accessed it or anything. Just want to show kind of the navigation on the side. The nice thing with this resource is you can go through, do a guided activity where the students see everything that you mark up and put on this page as you do it. Then you can go through and you can convert this activity from teacher-led, where the students will actually have access to it and be able to work on the problems on their own, and then you'll be able to see their work as they do it. Similar to something like Whiteboard Chat or Jamboard, but it's a little bit, I would say, just has less kinks to it. It just works a little bit smoother. So when we go in here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this out to the students first and show how I can get started. So when I click this icon up here, it has Murphy and it has a class ID. This is where the students will go, hellosmart.com, which I did here on the right. I already did that. And they're going to enter a class ID. For this purpose, I'm going to sign in as a guest because I'm already signed in as a teacher, and it will make it a mess. So I'll enter that class code, put in my name. Now your students will sign in, and it will link and integrate with Google, so they will not have the option to put a name in. They will just have their name that's linked to their Google account. So you'll see on my left-hand side here, it tells me immediately how many students connected. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out just so I can get started with it. Right now, as the student has it on the right-hand side, they have 0 annotation skills. They cannot mark anything up on this page because I'm leading the lesson. So when I go through and I start off, if I want to initially go in and go ahead and draw or highlight information, I can go ahead and easily do that. I can take, Maya, highlight that, Adeline, highlight that, and it will immediately show up on the student's page. So they'll be able to see my thought process as I'm working through a problem. As we go through, if we want to go ahead and start, and let's say I do A, okay? Who finished 15 jumping jacks the fastest? Right here, the answer is Jake. So if I go ahead and I go in, I can switch over my pen, and I can just go ahead and write in Jake. Okay, so if I go ahead and I set up there, that's initially set up. If I want the students from this point to do B and C on their own, what I can do is I can take this activity, select here, and I can make this an individual handout activity. You could also make it collaborative, but then at that point, I wouldn't recommend it, because at that point, they're going to go through and the students will be able to move each other's stuff, delete it. They'll be able to see what everybody else puts in. That's just probably opening up a door you don't want to open. So if I make an individual handout activity, it will immediately go through and my screen will load here, okay, and it says 0 students have started. The students will see this option. So if they go through and they hit start, their page will load up and they will have the annotation options here on the left. And on the right here, it shows what student has started it. So when we go through, they see the annotations I had and made already, and they would have to go ahead and finish it. So who finished their jump jacks in the exact same amount of time? Be Riley and Nick. So they can go in and they can just type as well. So they have the type option. They could select it, then how many seconds faster did Jake finish than Adeline. So if they want to go in and select 3 seconds. Okay. You can go in at any point on your teacher screen and you can view what the student is doing. You do have to go individually, student by student, but you can view it. The second thing that goes is that when a student says they're done, and this might be the easier way to kind of check it on the fly, you'll get an immediate notification with a green check mark saying, all right, Murphy said he's done. You can open it up, take a look at what he has. You can type in a little note for that student if they did a great job, awesome work. And then that will show up on there. That's very quick and simple to go ahead and continue to annotate it. If you want to go through and you want to control the next page you go to, it automatically goes over. And I go to the second page. The students are not self-paced yet. So when this goes through and this sets up, the students have to go ahead and they're going to follow where you are. And then this page no longer is a handout. It's currently what I'm going to guide them with. So you can flip back and forth very quickly, very easily. The one thing that is a major difference is very similar to Nearpod in this regard, is that you will not get a nice fancy report. So I would not use any of this stuff for any kind of grading or assessment because it will take you a while. You would have to go into every single student and check their page individually, which in my opinion doesn't seem overly efficient. But I do think this is a great resource to go ahead, do a guided lesson, keep track of where the kids are, make sure everybody's on the same page, the same point, and to do a quick check of what they've actually completed and what they understand. And you can do this while a meet is open. So you can also have the conversation while you're going through and you're annotating and working with the students on this. This is a quick overview. If you think this would be useful and you'd like a little bit more training or like to do a walkthrough, please let me know. Please send me an email and we'll set up a time that works best. But good luck and have a great day.